What's going on, guys? Coach Anthony coming at you from my little home office today to talk to you about our training philosophy to when it comes to training young athletes and the blueprint to success that has helped hundreds of young athletes get stronger, faster, more powerful, and more confident on their playing field over the past 10 plus years of us working with student athletes. Now, this is a little solo podcast, so if you're a parent, I'm super pumped you're here, and if you're an athlete, hey, I'm super excited you're here. Subscribe, like, stay up to date on everything that we're posting to help young athletes become the ultimate best version of yourself. So I want you guys to kind of view this as an open letter. This is going to be good. I got some notes. Get your popcorn ready, and let's dive into this podcast. So I'm going to start you off by asking you a question. Would you rather be the most dominant 10-year-old right now, or would you rather be the strongest, fastest, most powerful 16, 17, 18-year-old athlete with, college coaches knocking on your door and you're just dominating on your playing field, all right? Now, I know the obvious answer is the latter, which is great. You can say both, awesome, but hey, if you want to be the best when it matters the most, this is the formula that I'm going to talk about today that will help you dominate for years to come, all right? So, take it from me personally, I earned a full ride scholarship to play Division I football. Went to Addison Trail High School here, and then I got a full ride scholarship to play at Western Illinois. And something I like to tell parents is that you never know when the opportunity will come. I had basketball. I played basketball throughout high school, and I had college football coaches coming to my basketball practices to watch how I practiced, to see how I played the game of basketball. All right, and then they came to my games to watch how I played basketball games, which is awesome. So that's what I always say to parents is to always play multiple sports, and that's a perfect firsthand example from me. Because they saw how I played this game of football, obviously through film and coming to games, but they came to basketball practices and games. And then eventually I earned that scholarship. And I like to say I earned that scholarship, all right? Because everything is earned, not given, all right? So, guys, no matter the sport, a proper speed and agility, a speed and strength program, that should be the focus in order to get your young athlete to develop proper motor patterns, strength gains, and confidence, all right? So setting the foundation right now to these young athletes, whether you're 8 to 14 years old, all right? Start as soon as you can, because that's the key to long-term development over anything else, all right? So I want you guys to be the peak when it matters the most, not at your 8 or 9U regular season game, all right? That's just part of the developmental process, all right? And we're here to set you up for success. So when that opportunity comes to play at the next level, you're more than ready. You're more than ready, and you earn that scholarship, or you earn that starting spot, and you turn heads, and you get noticed by other coaches, all right? So right now, like I said, it starts now, all right? So we approach our training. We approach their training, and I encourage you guys to do the same. We approach their training like a slow cooker approach, all right? So we put them in the crock pot, all right? So it's a slow cook approach. We don't want to burn them out. We don't want to throw advanced exercises, crazy workouts at them. It's a slow cooker approach, long-term athletic development. And then from there, we would slowly introduce new movements to them. There's always a reason that we do everything. There's a reason behind everything that we do, all right? And when it comes to our programming, they earn the right to move forward, all right? So they have to earn the right to use the weights, and they have to earn the right to get more advanced and technical. So here, just to paint you a better picture on what I mean by that, a young athlete that can't perform a barbell squat properly, they shouldn't be touching a barbell or weights yet, all right? We have to break down the movement to making sure that they're able to do a proper body weight squat. Where's the issues at? Their knees, their ankles, their hips, their core. They might be falling forward. Their heels might be coming up off the ground. There's so much to look at to make sure that they are doing the proper form when it comes to doing a squat. Once we improve on the form, then that's when we're gonna add weight. So whether we add a kettlebell or dumbbells, we squat to a box, and then, hey, when the time is right, we will load them with a barbell. Another example is a young athlete that can't run properly by themselves or maintain a proper position when running or sprinting. They shouldn't be running with a parachute, a band, or a sled attached to them, all right? That's just a recipe for disaster. I would rather teach the athlete how to maintain proper running form, how to run properly with their arms, there's their knee drive, how's their foot, where is the foot coming down when they're sprinting. There's so much to look at to make sure that they're doing the basics properly before we add anything, a band, a sled, a parachute. Or I'd rather have them run properly first before adding anything. And again, I'm going to say it in a little bit, but the basics are basics for a reason. We work the basics and then we advance when needed, all right? So another thing is, a young athlete who has difficulty performing basic bodyweight movements shouldn't be worried about sport-specific training, all right? Stick to the basics, like I said, master those movements, the squats, the push-ups, the lunges, the planks, the rows, and then train to get stronger with progressive overload every single time you're in the gym, guys. Nail those and understand them, and then we can get technical, then we can get fun with it, depending on your sport, depending on the conditioning you need, depending on, you know, your strength level. We can always move forward with that. So then another thing is, a young athlete that can't slow down or change directions properly shouldn't be focused on getting faster. So let me explain that one. If an athlete, so athletes try, you know, I love the fact that athletes want to get faster and they want to jump higher, all right? Those are two very common goals that we have. But if you are not able to decelerate, which means to begin to slow down properly and learn how to slow down, or land softly or land properly from a jump, that's going to be a recipe for injury. So I would rather have you learn how to slow down properly, how to decelerate and change direction, is land from a jump and come down on one leg or come down on two legs, and understand how to absorb force and change direction, goes way much farther than, hey, I'm gonna get faster, because a lot of non-contact injuries happen in your sport. You name it, guys. I would rather have you learn how to control your body when it comes down to sprinting and jumping. Control your body. Once we learn how to control our body, decelerate and land, that's when we will actually, hey, let's turn up the heat. Let's learn how to run fast. All right. So get faster. There's a lot that goes into, hey, I want to get faster and jump higher. Okay. And that goes on to, you know, learning the fundamentals of, so learning how to skip. So athletes, I posted a video I posted a little YouTube short not too long ago about teaching young athletes how to skip, and somebody was like, hey, you know, how do people not know how to skip? You know, but believe it or not, we see athletes every week that come in that they don't know how to skip. The coordination isn't there. They're same arm, same leg, as opposed to opposite arm, opposite leg. So understanding basic motor control, basic coordination, is super important before we even throw in any sport specific training or whatever it may be, guys. Understanding the proper movement, how to control your body and doing a proper skip. You know, we teach you how to do that. You know, you're already going to become a better athlete. And now I'm not just saying we do it at once, but it's just working it every single day. We've seen athletes improve their skips and they're already better athletes after they leave after one session. So guys, some tips for you. The basics, guys. Focus on the basics. The basics are basics for a reason, because they work. One of my mentors told me that a long time ago, and guys, it holds true. No matter where you're at in your athletic development, the basics will work, okay? Whether you're an NFL starting quarterback, I can guarantee those NFL starting quarterbacks are still doing the basics that a 9-year-old are doing. They're just mastered them very, very well, okay? So the ability to control one's body weight is critical to improving quickness, speed, becoming more powerful, and your agility, okay? So once a solid foundation of strength is built, an athlete will be able to move his or her body weight better, and then, hey, they'll be able to move in different directions quicker and more efficiently. That's no matter the sport. So understanding how to control your body weight and, hey, developing a great foundation of strength. Now, what do I mean? What do I mean by developing a good foundation of strength? So that kind of goes into, understanding how to do the proper push-ups, the squats, the lunges, the rows, and then progressing, guys. The goal is to get better at your squats, your deadlift, and a pressing movement. So we like to do our programming with, we like to do a hinge. So a hinge movement, so deadlift variation, RDLs. From there, we like to do a push. So pushing movements, pushing variations. So upper body would be pushing. Whenever you're doing a pushing movement, you're going to be doing a chest, shoulders, or triceps. So it's going to be your so dumbbell bench presses, barbell bench presses, overhead dumbbell presses, Z presses, anything that you're doing a pressing movement, we like to incorporate as well. And then a pulling movement, so pulls, where you're strengthening your back and your biceps. So we like to do a lot of rows, we do pull-ups, we do banded lat pull-downs, we do curls, we do inverted rows like I've mentioned. Band pull-aparts are great for that. So those are some pulling movements. And then our squat. So a squatting movement, we do a kettlebell squat, dumbbell squat, bodyweight squat. Once they've mastered that, we move on to a barbell back squat or barbell front squat. In addition to that, we do single leg movements, understanding how to do single leg movements 360 degrees. So not only forward and reverse lunges, we do split squats, we do rear leg elevated split squats, we do lateral lunges, we do skater lunges, and then we also do step ups, like I've mentioned, the RDLs and stuff like that. So understanding single leg movements, so the single leg RDLs. So single leg movements is important in all sports because all sports are played unilaterally. So understanding that, and yes, like all of this will carry over into your son or daughters, or you, the athlete, your performance. All right, whether you're playing football, whether you're playing baseball, whether you're playing basketball, whether you're playing softball, volleyball, you name it, mastering these basic body weight movements and then incorporating weights when you're ready for them will transfer over onto the playing field. All right, so that's just a little bit about the strength end. At the end of the day, guys, the focus should be on keeping your training fun and challenging while encouraging them to learn from their failures and mistakes. So that is the growth mindset, understanding that, hey, there is always room for improvement. You are never not good enough, all right? And it's always about, hey, I'm not able to do this yet. I can't do this yet. We had a kid come in last week. He's been training with us. He's been training with us since the summer, and he did his first pull-up, and he like 4 months ago, he said, I can't do that. We stopped him and said, hey, you can't do that yet. And now here we are, he's getting stronger, and it's carrying over onto the hockey rink, guys. And he's one of the best kids on his team, and his confidence has skyrocketed. And I've noticed a little mindset shift with him when he actually sees himself, getting faster, getting stronger, getting more confident. And that pull-up example I'm happy I witnessed that for him. You should have seen the smile on his face, and now he's ready to do more. And like I said, it is carrying over. All right, so above all else, I've said it before, and I will say it again. The single most transferable trait from the weight room, from speed and agility training is confidence, all right? It's not speed, it's not agility, it's not strength, guys. The confidence will carry over, and we've had firsthand examples of athletes, boys and girls, becoming more confident in themselves just by a structured strength and speed program. And it's amazing, because your child's abilities, or your abilities, if you're an athlete watching this, will never outgrow your self-esteem. So what's that mean? It means that the instruction and coaching that you receive in whatever endeavor you're playing, whatever sport you're playing, all of that will be fueled by your own belief in yourself, okay? So now, where's the self-esteem going to come from? The self-esteem is going to come from you, the parent, the coaches that you surround your athlete with, your strength coaches, your coaches at Hustle, your coaches at your sports coaches, your skill instructing coaches. It takes a village, and to make sure that your athlete is surrounded by good people, good human beings, will help your self-esteem, will help your athlete's self-esteem tremendously. It'll 10x it, 100x it, the performance on the field. So what you say, how you say it, your beliefs, and the things you do are all important as parents, as coaches, as people you surround yourself with, and it goes when it comes to interacting with young athletes. Okay, so be cognizant of who you're surrounding yourself with, and if you surround yourself with the right people, you will succeed and you will take your performance to another level, guys. Because self-esteem and confidence, those are two very important things that should not be overlooked as athletes. And I'm confident that the team at Hustle, we have a great track record for improving confidence and self-esteem. All right, those are two things that we put very high on our list at Hustle in order of priority. So those two things are probably one of our top priorities. Then we'd go, hey, then if you buy into the program, if you trust in us, we will do whatever it takes to get you stronger, to get you faster, to get you to jump higher and to become more athletic. Those things, again, guys, those things cannot be overlooked. So, and hey, I'm gonna go back to what I said. So kids with higher self-esteem can rebound from adversity quicker. They're better teammates and they perform better in and out of the classroom. So hey, they're well-rounded student athletes, okay? Now, unfortunately, everybody's not gonna make it to the pros, all right? Everybody's not gonna be a professional athlete, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine, but here's what you can do. You can embrace the be a pro value. We have a core value at Hustle called be a pro. So be a pro, that means, hey, embracing all of these traits, and it will carry over into life. So being a pro at life, being a pro at home, being a pro in the classroom, being a pro at with your friends, being a pro at practice, being a pro in the gym, and then being a pro on the field. So carry yourself like a pro, and do things that pros would do, and put in that work and do it consistently, guys, and the sky is the limit, okay? So at Hustle, to kind of wrap it up on this end of the podcast, at Hustle, we focus on the big five, okay? Now, what are the big five? The big five is, number one, getting your athlete faster, stronger, and more confident, okay? Fast, strong, and confident, okay? Number two, developing the growth mindset. Hey, there's always room for improvement, guys. There's always room for improvement. Number three, having confidence in your ability. So believing yourself, having belief that, hey, you can do this and you can reach whatever goal you set out to accomplish. Number four is, hey, learning the meaning of hard work and attention to detail, okay? It's the little things, guys, that will go a long way when done consistently, all right? Do the little things, because a lot of people that I've seen, they don't do the little things. Doing the little things consistently and learning the meaning of true hard work, consistent hard work, that will separate you from the pack, and that'll earn you a scholarship, that'll earn you playing time. Your coaches will notice you, and hey, you'll become a better person throughout the whole process. And number five is learning proper movement skills and developing coordination. So those five things are super important to us at Hustle. And now, whether your son or daughter, or whether you play any sport, soccer, football, baseball, softball, basketball, you name it, developing the big five that I listed is crucial to their progression as a student athlete for years to come. Now, notice I said student athlete because, hey, it carries over, like I mentioned. So here's an overview. Here's a quick little overview of how we train athletes at Hustle and what you should do as an athlete or as a parent to help guide your athlete along the way. Okay, so I would recommend you implement a strength conditioning program into your weekly routine. Okay, a structured, great program into your weekly routine. 2 to 3 hours per week is all you need right now if you're a student athlete going to school, having practice, traveling, whatever it may be. 2 to 3 good strength and speed sessions throughout the week is all you need. Now, when training, here's what you're going to focus on. I have plenty of videos that are on the page right now and will be coming in the days and weeks to come to help with this whole process right here. So when training, focus on the basics and improve from there. So a proper warm-up, okay? Understanding how to do a proper ground-based warm-up and dynamic warm-up, okay? Then implementing core strengthening and injury prevention exercise. So prehabilitation exercises. You're taking care of your ankles, your knees, your hips, your your glutes, your shoulders, every single, your wrists and elbows, all those joints, making sure that you're taking care of them through proper injury prevention exercises. And then, hey, proper speed, agility, and power exercises. So learning how to run properly, like I said before, learning how to slow down properly, agility, so proper agility movements, learning how to control your body, learning how to react to certain stimuluses, power exercises, so upper body power, rotational power, and then, hey, lower body power, learning how to, like I said, jumping, so we do box jumps, power slams, hurdle hops, lateral hurdle hops, broad jumps, single leg broad jumps, vertical jumps, the list goes on. So implementing those into your program is super important. And again, moving on, we're gonna do master the body weight exercises, all right? Now, once you've mastered those body weight exercises, I don't need to remind you, you can go back to the podcast and listen. Once you've mastered those, that's when we can get fun with it, and then you have to earn the right to touch the weights, all right? So we will progress you guys using a kettlebell, using a dumbbell, and eventually to a barbell movement, okay? So that's a little bit of the in a nutshell of our training and how I recommend you guys go about your training. Now, outside of training, implement this stuff right here, okay? Eat for performance. We've recorded a whole podcast on that. You guys can go back. Learning how to fuel your body properly is the missing link. It's underrated. Learning how to eat properly, getting enough protein, getting enough hydration, drinking enough water, eating enough good foods is super important for that. So eat for performance. Number 2 is practice the growth mindset. We've already talked about that one. Play another sport. Play another sport. Get out, play another sport. Don't just no single sport specialization. I love when athletes play other sports. It also makes them more well-rounded, and sometimes it'll help their athleticism as well. Then take your recovery seriously. That's another one. So sleep. Sleep is super important, so make sure you're getting those 7 to 9 hours. And then, hey, the last 2, write your goals down and revisit them daily. All right, keep them top of mind. And then keep your grades up. Keep your grades up because you are student first. If you don't have those good grades, guys, no, you're not gonna see the playing field. As simple as that. And another one I want you guys to do and to take advantage to take note of is take care of your mind. Take care of your head, guys. Your most important muscle is up here, okay? So understanding how to handle adversity, how to handle things that don't go your way, anticipating that things won't go your way, and how you're going to react to them. Because everything that happens in your life, guys, your reaction to them is what will determine the outcome. Okay, so making sure your mental health is right. Talking to somebody if needed, and maintaining a good positive attitude will go farther than you think. And the thing is hey, do that stuff that I mentioned, all of the thing up here, do it consistently, guys. And once you've established then from there, once you've established a quality, well-rounded strength and conditioning routine, that's gonna maintaining it and doing it consistently will be critical to your development as an athlete. And then from there we can sprinkle in sport specific coaches, whatever skill you need to improve on your actual field. So if you're a softball player, a pitching coach, a hitting coach, baseball hitting coach, pitching coaches, football, whether you're an offensive lineman or a quarterback, going to those specific coaches will help elevate your game, and it'll help carry over to the field. But again, it goes hand in hand. A structured strength and speed program with those skill coaches is a great combination when done properly. Okay, so the stronger, faster, and more powerful an athlete is, guys, the quicker they will improve during their skill sessions, and the more the athletic they will be on the playing field. That kind of go, like I said, they go hand in hand. So get strong, get fast, improve at skills. Get strong, get fast, improve at skills. You see? So again, you can't do one without the other. All right, you need that recipe to help set you up for success, and that's something that you need to do. And again, it goes back to focusing on long-term development to help set you up for success. Now at Hustle, we provide each athlete with the tools and coaching they need to get faster, stronger, and build a rock-solid foundation to help set you guys up for success. So, the return. I'm gonna say this loud and clear. Now I'm confident that we've had athletes and parents come through the program and they say, this has been the best investment for my kid, and that's something that we truly take advantage, take pride in, and the return on this investment at Hustle is immeasurable. Okay, so whether you're able to come train with us in person, or if you'd like to do some online stuff, we are more than happy to help you set you up for success. But I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this podcast. If you have any questions regarding our training program, our training philosophy, please don't hesitate to comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help. I appreciate you guys listening, and thanks for watching. And as always, thanks for hustling.